All right, y'all. We back with another YouTube video. I put a poll out on my X account, Twitter. Which video y'all want me to do next? The one with the most votes was the team tier list for the season. I also had top 25 players coming into the season. And I had top 5 for each position coming into the season as well. So hopefully I can get to all them videos. But I'm gonna do the one that got requested the most first. The other two might be in like shorts format. So yeah, y'all sub up so y'all can catch them if y'all want to check them out. But yeah, we're gonna get into the tier list. This is tier list. This is strictly based off what I think the rosters look like so far. The strength of the rosters, and how I feel like they stack up against the other ones on paper. This is the only thing we got to go off of is basically on paper right now. So, and the Aces just added Kennedy Carter, so they pretty much just changed up where I was gonna put them at. But yeah, let's get into it without further ado. Feel free in the comments. Also, this is my tier list, so don't take it to heart if your team is somewhere where you feel like they shouldn't be at. It's a comment section down there. Utilize it. If you want to put your tier list, you can put your tier list in the comments. Feel free. That's what it's down there for. But I'm gonna do it in order. This is an updated one, so it has all the new teams and all that. So and I'm gonna do it in the order of which they got lined up right here. So we got Dallas, Seattle, Minnesota, Fever, Sky, Connecticut, New York, Atlanta, Valkyrie, Aces, Los Angeles, Phoenix, Portland, Washington, and Tempo. And we got categories. We got S, A, B, C, and D. So I could change these categories, like names of them, whatever. But I'm basically gonna leave it how it is because I feel like this pretty self-explanatory. S tier is gonna be like finals bound, not just a playoff friends team. I feel like they finals bound. Basically just the way they roster set up, and basically on paper, I feel like this who should be in the finals. Now we got a long season ahead. Got 44 games, injuries, anything can happen, trades, anything can happen during the season. So if this list is wrong, it's just wrong. As we can see last year shook up a lot. It looked like it was gonna be one team that was out ahead of everybody, and then we got injuries. Then a trade happened, and then one team got hot at the end of the year, and they ended up winning the final. So you just never know. That's why I want to do this to see how close I am or how far I'm off. So starting off with Dallas, I feel like Dallas got a little better this off season. They got Enrique back. I definitely thought Enrique was gonna be gone. So I'm interested to see how they gonna find a way to make that dynamic work between her and Paige. They got AZ Fudd in the draft. So and they addressed their center problem that they had. They needed some center depth. They went and got Alana Smith through the free agency. So they strengthened their team up a little bit. As for right now, I'm putting them in C tier because I just gotta see what they do. I got to see what they do on the court. I think they got a new coach. I think they got a new coach this year. If they didn't, they got somebody new. I don't know if they got somebody in the front office, a new coach or something like that. But yeah, I got them in C tier right now. It's one of them teams that could possibly get the clicking at the right time. They may sneak up on a couple of teams. I think it all depends on like the Page and Enrique dynamic. If they find a way to make that work, I think that they can possibly slide up to a B tier team. But if they look like they did last year with the injuries and both of them being out separate times and one out there and the other one ain't, and then they play together and they just look dysfunctional. And as he come out struggling, they may struggle. They may struggle as a team. So I'm interested to see what they do. I'm put them in C tier for right now. uh, with the hopes they'll do better than last year. Um, Next we got the Seattle Storm. Seattle Storm extremely young. They got some draft picks. They got Fly J. They lost some marquee talent for them. They lost Skylar. They lost NECA. They kept Dom. They kept Izzy, which I'm surprised by. So yeah, I'm interested to see what they gonna do. I don't want to put them in D because I don't feel like they as bad. They as bad as Portland. Portland. I just don't know what Portland gonna look like this year at all. Like based on the names they got on paper, I'm just not moved by none of what they got on their roster right now. So I'm gonna put Seattle in C. If I could put them in C minus, I'd put them in C minus. Just because how young they are, and I just don't know. Only shining star I know they got. Well, they also lost Gabby Williams too, so that's another hit to their roster. The only shining star I know Seattle Storm got right now is Don Malonga. So other than that, I really ain't got nothing to really hang my hat on other than see what Fly J do. If Fly J comes in, and they also got Natisha Heideman. If Fly J comes in and she picks up the program, picks up the system well, her and Natisha find a way to get some chemistry going early. With Dom in the paint, they could also be another team that'll sneak up. They may possibly sneak up on somebody on one of these talented teams. One of the teams that got more talent than them. And may possibly give them a run, or at least have them sweating a little bit anyway. But I got them in C tier for right now. Minnesota, the feed injury worries me a lot because we don't know when she coming back. Even the head coach don't know when she coming back. I don't want to put them in C, but it's just so much uncertainty going on with their roster right now that I just gotta put them in C. With Fee healthy, of course, I would have them like either A or B. But with them losing Alana Smith, with them losing the Russian lady, I can't remember her name for anything. With them losing her, they lost most of their paint presence. But they tried to gain some back. Matter of fact, let me go look. I didn't mean to do that. Everybody getting all these training camp contracts out right now. Let me see. Who did they add? Natasha Howard. She's solid. She's not the biggest, but she is proven in this league. To play with some of the bigger players and still have productive games. They got Dorka. I don't know much about her. We're gonna have to see what she look like when she get out there. They got a relatively short team. They got the 6'5" player right here. I think they just got her. Don't know much about her. They got a relatively short team. To be honest. And also Kayla McBride, I don't know if she's gonna be ready to go. I know she had that ear injury with the airplane incident and all that. They kept Courtney. They lost Natisha. So yeah, it's just a lot more question marks than I would like. I mean, they picked up Nia Coffey. They just got a few more question marks than I would like for them to have right now. I can't really put them in B tier, so I can only put them in C right now. The Indiana Fever. I will put the Fever in. I'll put them in A. I'll be consistent with what I've been thinking and all the other thoughts I done had before the season start. Indiana got a very strong core. They got one of the strongest cores in the league. So I'll put them there. They got AB. They paid Kelsey Mitchell, rightfully so. And they got Caitlin Clark coming back from injury. I think where they fall at is going to depend on Caitlin Clark's health. I mean, she only played what maybe 13 games last year. So yeah. But Indiana did get to the finals last year without her. So I really don't want to say they faith hinges on her health, but I mean, whether they ascend to one of these teams or decline to one of these teams is basically dependent on Caitlin Clark's health. Now, one thing Indiana did do that they didn't do last year is they packed up on guards. They got a lot of guards on their roster. Do I think all of them will play? No, but they got Raven Johnson in the draft. I do believe Raven Johnson will play. I do believe she'll see some significant minutes against some teams that really need the defense played against them, especially in the guard position. So I do see she'll play. Now, do I think she's gonna play 20, 30 minutes game? Not at all, but I do see her getting in maybe 10, 15 spot minutes here and there, to help maybe slow down the other team's guards a little bit, because Kelsey and Caitlin, they both have defensive deficiencies. So we're gonna be honest about that. So Raven is there to help buffer that and help give one of them a break if they need a break. That's really what she there for. The give either one of them a break if they need one, because it's a long season. You don't want to put too many miles on your best player's legs, especially Kelsey with the crazy injury she had last year in the playoffs. Her legs basically gave out on her. So I could tell she was dead tired. And Caitlin, with her possibility of her injury history, you don't want to put too many miles on her either. So yeah, I'm up, and I feel like AB gonna be AB. I don't see any decline in AB game. She there to be the muscle of the team. She can score in the low post. She can play good defense, make life hard for bigs on the other team. She can space the flow out a little bit. Got threes here and there. She run pick and roll with Kelsey Mitchell or Caitlin Clark. So it's just a tough defense. They brought Sophie Cunningham back, so they got some pieces they need. They got Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hall back, so they got pieces they need to make them to be just as good as they was last year. I'm really looking and monitoring Caitlin Clark's health this season, because that's really gonna depend on the make or break for them if they want to get deep in the playoffs, or they gonna end up hitting the roadblock somewhere. The Sky have improved from last year. They lost Angel Reese in the trade to Atlanta, which I feel like that was gonna come sooner than later. But they did retool. They got some more pieces. They got some veterans that will actually touch the floor and can actually produce. They also got Rakia for the 3 position. They got Azare. They got Skylar. To buff up their their starting lineup. They lost Ariel, but I feel like they could replace what they lost in her. They added J.C. Shelton. I think they drafted a shooting guard, Gabriella from UCLA. So they address their needs at the expense of getting rid of Angel. But I'm just not sold on Tyler. Tyler gonna have to actually coach this year, because he ain't got the excuse of having a bad roster. Now, if the injuries show up, the injuries just show up. But their success is depending on, can he take a leap as a coach. So I'm putting them in C right now, because I'm just not blown. I'm not super blown away by their roster, but they are better than last year. Of course, I still think Camilla is like the best option of offense on their team. Granted, they got other people that can score. They got Azare that can space the floor and shoot. They got Rakia that can definitely space the floor and shoot. Skylar's a great facilitator of the basketball. And Camilla gonna give you 12 to 15 points a game. So but the defense extremely concerns me for this team. And I don't think Tyler the best at coaching defense. So if he can figure out a way to get them to play some kind of defense. They also got Dejanay Carrington. So that will help. They at least have somebody they can like put in the middle and kind of like play multiple people. So like I said, they one of them teams I gotta see. Just like these two up here, I gotta see what they look like on the court before I get them B tier. I just can't, like, based on paper. I can't do it. Not with Tyler Marshall. They coach. They had a different coach. I would put them right here, but I'm just gonna leave them in C tier as of right now. Connecticut game. The game BG. Tina Charles has not signed back yet, so I don't know what they look. I don't know what they look like right now. They got some good youth pieces though. I will say that. Let me look at their roster because outside of like the people the core people they kept, I really don't know who they got. They got Neil in the draft. They picked up Kennedy Burke. They gave Reagan Beers a training camp contract. They got Leah Edwards, Brittany Griner. Got LaCon. They got LaCon coming back. They got Diamond Miller. She needs to find a place to stay because this is a third team now. She got drafted 3 years ago. So yeah, she needs to find a place and stay. I don't know. I don't really know what she can bring to this team. They got a few forwards already. So I don't know if they try to work out as a three or what. But they got Sanaya. They picked up Shea Petty. I'm glad Harmony Turner got a shot. Hopefully she find a way to make a team. I like Harmony Turner. She played overseas. She did really well at Harvard. Sanaya, one of the best backcourt defenders in the league. They brought Nelson Nadota back. LaCon is solid. They drafted Gianna. We got BG. I don't know how much BG got in the tank, but glad she got her payday, and she looking to go back home to Houston when they move the team next year. They got some promise. They got some promise. I'm just not completely sold yet. I put them in C as well because they do got some pieces that can probably play up to higher potential, but I'm just a little shaky about their guard situation. I mean, other than LaCon is solid, but I'm wondering where they're gonna get if Sanaya can take a step offensively, because I know her defense is thorough. If she can take a step offensively, they can be one of these teams in her too. They're one of them teams that can sneak up on somebody and mess around and beat one of the top teams that have maybe catch them having a bad day, or they struggling to shoot or make shots, or they got an injury or something like that. They making sneak a game on them. But yeah, I'm not mad at their roster. I'm just some pieces I got to see on the court. So I'm gonna put them in C right now. New York Liberty, they probably got the best roster on paper right now in the league. They got Satu Sabale, they got Stewie, they got Benaja back, and they got John Coyle back. I don't know how they did all that, but they did it. So I ain't got too much to say about New York. Just they biggest thing for them gonna be health. Because I feel like one injury and then it'll like crack like everything they got built up. But they got the best roster on paper right now. And they still got depth. They still got Phoebus. They got Phoebus there. So yeah, they solid. They very very top heavy. But they do got some pieces off the bench that can play. Interested to see if they're gonna let the I want to say she either 6'11" or 7 foot women they got from China. I'm interested to see how much they're gonna let her play. If they actually let her get in and let her get some minutes, they're gonna be a terror for a lot of teams. So yeah, I got New York in S. The Dream, my team for this year. On paper, I'm putting them in A. I'm putting them in A on paper. Now I know without the chemistry being worked out, they really should be in like B or something like that. But I feel like once they get their chemistry going, they get flowing. On paper, I feel like they got a quality roster. With the additional injuries, you got Bree Jones in the paint. You got one of the most dangerous backcourts. I say probably top 3 backcourt in the league. Or I say arguably top 3 backcourt in the league. You got Ryan Ryan and Alicia. I mean, I know they got Jordan Canada at point guard, but I'm visualizing like Ryan is like the main point guard, main ball handler with her usage rate. But yeah, just the tandem of them two right there paired with the two you got in the paint. They got a good front court and a good back court. Not too many teams have both. So I feel like you got to get them that. So they deal with Indiana as far as like having a great backcourt and a strong front court. Uh, and they got some depth pieces. They got Nas. They got Nas that they can put in at the starting lineup, or she can come off the bench. They did well in the draft. They got Okai. They addressed the backup center issue that they needed. And they got some more. They got a couple of international players that look really really good on film. So they can feel. I feel like they can fill in and play at any time in any position. Uh, yeah, I feel good about Atlanta being in A. The thing that could possibly put them in the S is how well they play defensively. If they connect well on defense, I feel like they could become an S tier team. I feel like that's the only thing that's keeping them out of S right now. Just got to see how Carl working magic with his team. But yeah, if they become one of the stronger defensive teams in the league, like I think they should be, I think they can compete with anybody in the league. I think that's the only thing. I don't think they should have a problem scoring. Because they got a myriad of options. They got Nas. They got Nas. They got Angel. They got Bree. Of course, Ryan and Leash. It's 18. It's 18 to 20 points a game from pretty much any player. Any player on they starting lineup that can score. They can score 18 to 20 points. All of them have scored that at least once. So when you think about that, That's just power. How they got offense. How much offensive firepower they got, and then you got Carl being the great coach that he is. Find a way to get people open and get them shots they like. Get high quality shots. You think it really highly of this team. So yeah, I'm gonna keep Atlanta in A. The Valkyrie are interesting. They were underestimated last year. But I'm gonna put them a nod. I'm gonna put them a nod ahead of these teams right here. Reasons why I really really believe in their coach. Natalie did a really good job last year. Now, granted, she handpicked the role players they had. I feel like she did better in the expansion draft. She did way better in the expansion draft than Portland did. She did just as good as Toronto did. Looking back at the season she had now. As an expansion team to squeak in the playoffs, and give some really really tough games, not just come in and lay down, but they played tough. Accompanied with their home crowd they got, because I still think they got one of the best home crowds in the league. But coupled with that, you got Veronica Burton coming back. They added Gabby. Let's take a look at their roster. Make sure I don't omit nobody. Yeah, they got Veronica Burton. Still got Kate Martin there. They got Salon there. They brought Salon back. They added Kia Stokes this year. They kept Kayla Thorne. They lost Mo Billings, but they got Gabby Williams. So they got Cecilia back. So yeah, they got a strong. I want to say strong underrated starting five. And they got Suarez in the draft. So they did pretty well the draft, addressing what they lost. Yeah, they a solid team. I see them winning. Dare I say they look better than what they did last year, like on paper. But I know Natalie gonna have them. They're gonna have them ready. They're gonna have them ready to play every night, and they're gonna be looking forward to give anybody a wish. I feel like they can sneak up and beat anybody, any team in the league. Only thing that's keeping me from putting them in A is like just like the talent level that's on the team. Not saying that any of the players they got can't play to like those A tier players. It's just not been proven as much. Um, and I think they a little on the smaller side. As far as like height go, yeah, I think they tallest player is like what 6'5", but I don't even know if she gonna be on the team. That's like I think she may be a development, or she may be just a training camp contract. So yeah, they team is on the shorter side in theory. Maybe Kia Stokes gives them a bump. I didn't see her contribute that much on the Aces last year, but um, which led to her being played off the floor. Um, but who knows? Maybe Gabby and Kayla. Maybe she picks it up. They definitely gonna need for them to get pushed over the hump. They definitely gonna need more offensively for Gabby Williams. They gonna need her to tap into that France Gabby Williams a little bit, where they don't have that much scoring on the team other than her. So they need a little bit of that out of her for her to push the team forward. But I feel like defensively they'll be a really, really good team defensively. Um, I feel like they're gonna be one of them teams that hold the better teams to like low scoring games and make it real uncomfortable for them. They could possibly beat them. So yeah, that's why I'm at with Golden State. Got them in the B tier. Las Vegas. I originally had Las Vegas in B tier because I didn't think they would add too much more. But with the addition of Kennedy Carter on their team, they got to be in S now. They got to be in S because Kennedy Carter does so much for your team. Not only score, but it takes pressure off your actual starter. So now you got them older players. You got them older players that need their rest. You can live with Asia being off the floor 2-3 minutes now instead of a minute. Because you'll have somebody out there that 90-80% gonna get the ball to the basket. And who's to say they don't play her and Jackie together at times? They still got the veteran in Chelsea Gray. You give Chelsea Gray a decent amount of time to rest, and then she come back and just into the point guard role and just playing lockdown defense and scoring and all that. It's gonna be really, really tough to stop. Chelsea ain't no slouch defensively either. I mean, she can play any position. Who's to say they don't throw out a lineup where they got Chelsea playing the 3 because she's strong. She's not the tallest, but she's strong enough to hang with most threes in the league. Who's to say they don't start a lineup where they got Chelsea at the 3, you got Kennedy at point guard, you got Jackie at 2, then you got Asia. It don't even matter who else the 5th person is. Like, it don't matter. Or is I said Kennedy, Jackie, Chelsea, Asia. Yeah, the 5th person. Like, it really don't matter who that 5th person even is. They can put Alyssa in there if they want to. They can put her in there at 4. Yeah, they put her in there at 4. So yeah, they really. So yeah, Asia is pretty much the center on their team, pretty much. So yeah, they putting Alyssa in there at 4. You can put KB in there. They retain her, so I'm assuming they're gonna let her play some more this year. They got Janiyah Barker in the draft. They kept Dana. Got some old guard depth. They got Jewel Lloyd coming off the bench. I mean, you got some good. They probably got the best bench in the league. That alone right there puts them in S tier. To be honest, they kept Cheyenne Parker Tyus. There's somebody else they can give. They can get Asia some rest. They got Bree Turner. That's another 4 they can put in now. Added Talbot. Yeah, they pretty well around it. They got height. They got a bench. They got defense. Yeah, they pretty well around it. Not seeing too many chinks in their armor other than age. They are one of the older teams in the league, but I mean the way Asia Wilson playing right now, it really don't even matter. It just don't. Hey, you got people that take so much. You got people like Kennedy Carter that take so much pressure off Jackie. Jackie can go crazy this year. She taking pressure off Chelsea. Chelsea can go crazy this year. She taking pressure off Asia. Asia gonna go crazy regardless. So it's like, yeah, if she even if she come in and just penetrate and kick out, like you getting open shots to people that don't need to be left open because they so worried about her gravity. Kenny Carr got some of the best gravity in the league, if not the best. When it come to like drawing attention from defenders and all that. Because when she go in that paint, everybody gonna want to be in there because she's just that hard to stop. I mean, other than she's not a crazy outside shooter, but I don't think she needs that because her dribble is so deadly and not many defenders can stay in front of her. So yeah, I would be remiss if I didn't put them in S. Like it's with the addition of Kennedy Carter, and hopefully she holds it together and the team. I think she on the right team too, where you got vets that really ain't gonna play none of that. Hopefully she can hold it together and stay in the league because this is where she needs to be at. She's one of the best women to ever touch a basketball as far as like athleticism, talent wise. She needs to stay in the league. She need to be here. I thought she'd come back on an expansion team, but Aces definitely had to ace up their sleeve with that one. And her contract is cheap, so I mean you can't beat that. Sparks. The Sparks are if I could put them in the middle of B and C, I really would, because I like some of their moves and some of their moves I don't like. I like that they got Nneka. They found a way to keep Hamby and Nneka on the same team. I don't know how they did that, but they did it. They got Ariel Atkins at shooting guard, which I think is a low spot on their team. And they got Kelsey Plum running point guard, which I also think is a low spot on their team. I don't like Kelsey with that much usage rate. I think when they had Alamon, they was a little more balanced. They looked a lot better. But yeah, I'm putting them in B just based off talent, the talent that they got on paper. I put them in B. I want to put them in C, but them having Cam, Nneka, Cam just basically for the like defense at the most. If she gives them any kind of offense, it's a huge bonus. But her being one of the best paint defenders in the league, you got to get them there. You got Nneka, call her misconsistent. You got Hamby that's gonna put up 15 to 20. Kelsey Plum can fill it up. Hopefully Ariel can find herself, find a role within that team where she can contribute offensively as well as defensively. Hopefully she can find a role there. But yeah, I got them kind of in between B and C, but I put them in B though. I feel like they're just as good as Valkyrie. But yeah, Phoenix. I'm on the fence about Phoenix too, but them having AT, bro. Them having AT. I gotta put them in B. I think they brought Kai back. They brought Cole Bacani. They brought her back. I'm assuming the Wanabana is back. They got her in the draft. Yeah, they got some new faces, especially shooting wise. They got some new faces. So hopefully they can put it together and make it work. But it's gonna be solely put together off. It's gonna be solely put together off Alyssa and Kalia Copper. Feel like them the best folks on their roster. If DB can contribute defense and offense, and some good minutes. I know she up there as far as age goes. So hopefully she can be some form of her old self. She ended the playoffs really well last year. When she got to Phoenix, she was a little shaky, but she did heat up them last few games in the playoffs. So hopefully she can continue on from there and contribute in a good way. I keep them at B. They do have some good height on this team. Natasha Mack, good utility player. But yeah, At she just one of them horses that just don't stop running. So I mean that them alone having At, I got to put them in B tier. She's a really strong player. They got Sammy Wickham back. I don't know how much longer Sammy gonna play, but she can still shoot that ball. So um, I really like them. Really like they lineup. They a little older than what I would like them to be. Um, but yeah, interested to see how some of these shooters look because they definitely addressed shooting in the draft. So I want to see which one of these shooters gonna pop out and be like one of the ones that one of the ones that's helping out Sammy with getting them threes up. Uh, but yeah, I got them in. I'm gonna put them in B tier too. Portland Fire, I got them in D. Like I didn't like their expansion draft. Um, I didn't like their expansion draft, and I really can't say too much about their draft picks. I mean, they got from the looks of it, they got a bunch of like seven, 8 people, seventh, eighth people that's like off people's benches, and I'm not moved by that. Hopefully they surprise me and they are competitive, but I do think they on the tanking side of the game right now. Um, I'm intrigued to see what Samuelson do this year. Um, is that Katie Lou? Is that the same person? I think that is the same person. I think she just got a different name right here. It may not be though. I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't think it is because she's. I don't think she looked like that. So she may have a sister in the league. I don't know. But either way, regardless, even if it was Katie Lou, like I'm still not moved. uh, Cause her name is Katie Lou Samuelson, and this say Carly Samuelson. So I'm assuming this two different people. Um, I mean they got Megan from the Aces. I feel like on a team like this, she'll probably start here at this point. They got Sarah Ashley Barker. She didn't start on the Sparks. She played in games though, but she wasn't no like evident piece of their starting lineup. Chloe Bibby was in and out the league. She was on the Valks last year. I don't think she was also on Indiana a little bit too. I don't. She didn't play bad. She just didn't stay on nobody lineup. Bridget Carlton is like the big money person on the team. They added Haley Jones. I wanted Haley Jones to be great so bad. They got her in the draft. Nika Mule is not healthy. But they said that was a personal pick for them. They got Sarah Williams. But yeah, I'm just not moved by their roster on paper. So hopefully they play better when they get on the court. Washington is interesting. Um, with them having Kiki and Sonya, I gotta at least give them C in that what you calling. They did bring Shakira back, but I can't put them in B. Um, I thought they would do a lot more. That they do have some potential that could possibly get them up to that B if they can get some of the younger players that they got, and one of them just pop out and have a crazy rookie year. They got Douglas, they got Cody. If they find a way to get one of them two or both of them to play really really good basketball, they might can scare some people. They added Meek for some good depth. Hopefully she'll have a better go at it this year. After the 2 years she had in Chicago, where she regressed after playing decent year one in Chicago, she regressed bad last year. Then she went on to coach in UCLA in the offseason. So hopefully she got a little more optimism in her game this year. They got Prosper in the draft. Uh, they got Little Page Bugs in the draft. Kiki coming back. Looking forward to Kiki having a really good year. Got Roy Harmon in the draft, which I think is a underrated pick. But they do have Georgia Atmore coming back, so hopefully they can get her to start this year. They got Shakira back. and they drafted Lauren Betts. That's the big thing right there. I'm really interested to see how much they're gonna let Lauren play this year. I really thought she would be at another team. I didn't think she was coming to Washington, but I'm really interested to see how much they let Lauren Betts play this year. I don't think she'll see many minutes with Kiki, because they both got similar games. Kiki may if they do play, I do see Kiki like stretching out a little bit, and shooting some mid range, because Kiki do have that in her game, and letting Lauren work the paint, which is also possible. Would like to see some Lauren Betts and Sonya pick and roll. I wouldn't be mad at seeing that. Yeah, it just leave a little bit to be desired. Cody McMahon she got great ball handling. Maybe they can get some 3-point shooting out of her if they develop her in that area. If she can become that for Sonya, another shooter that she could kick out to possibly, or that she because Cody does have good ball handling. Maybe she can become that facilitator for Sonya and get her some more open looks with her dribble penetration, which she done well in college. So they got a lot of potential that can push them to a B team, but we got to see it. I can't call it yet because I ain't seen it yet. And Toronto Tempo. I kind of know what they got on their roster, but I'm gonna look at it anyway. Alamon was a great addition. They paid Timmy good money. They got Easy, Lexi Hill, Marina Mabry. They found a way to get her sister on the team. Don't know how they did that, but I think they just gave her a training camp contract. Got Kia Nurse, got Leah Nye. They got 2 shooters. They can get some attention off Marina. They got Kiki Rice in the draft. Got Niara Sabale, Brittany Sykes. That's a big name for them too. They got talent on this team. For an expansion team. This is how an expansion team should look. They look just as good, if not better, than the Balks did last year, as far as like what they put together on this roster. So they actually look like they want to compete a little bit. They're a little small. They're a little small in the backcourt. From these people that I'm looking at, because I really don't. I mean, other than Niara, but they kind of on the small side. I'm assuming I just see them starting. I see them starting Timmy and Niara together. I see their starting lineup being Julie Alamine, Timmy, Marina, of course. Don't know if they would try to start one of them two or not. They may just start Kia just for aesthetic. I wouldn't personally for defense. Brittany Sykes, yeah, with Brittany starting, I see it hard for the one that now they could start Brittany at the 3, but Brittany is on the short side, so I don't know. I don't think Kia Nurse is taller than Brittany Sykes. I think that's wrong. But anyway, and Niara, I think that gives them 5. Brittany Sykes, Niara, Marina, Timmy, and Alamine. I think that'll be their starting 5. I think that's a solid starting 5. I really want to put them in B, but I gotta see it. I gotta see it on the court. And with them being as small as they are, and not even height wise, I'm talking like weight wise. Like Timmy ain't got too much meat on her bones. She tall, but she ain't got that much meat on her bones. And a lot of bigs can like work their way around her, if not back her down. So with that, I think this is my tier list right here. I know I got a lot of teams in C tier, kind of playing it safe, but I'm not ready to jump off. I'm not ready to jump off the ledge for not many of these teams. I got to see what they look like on the court. I'm pretty certain with Portland being like the worst roster in the league, though. Like I don't think that's close. These four right here, I'm looking forward to see the matchups between all of these teams, just to see how much they pan out. What how they different from one another, how they better from one another. Got some hope for the B teams. Got some hope for the B teams. Them possibly being in there, potentially sneaking up and getting at people, catching some teams on the off day, maybe scaring somebody first round. And for the C teams, I think if anybody can get out of this C tier, I think it'll be Dallas. It'll be Dallas or the Sky possibly, depending on, because I think these two teams got the most talent in this tier. Really Minnesota just here because Fee is out. I'm saying there's like no timetable on when she coming back. Of course, if she came back, I would have them up in the hill somewhere. But I think Dallas and the Sky are probably the scariest teams in this C tier that could possibly beat some people. Granted, if they work out the mechanics of their team and they coach take that leap up, or they get one or two players to take a leap up that ain't never took that leap before. Like like say like for instance like Camilla come out the gate averaging 18 and 12 or 13 with the rosters that she got around her now. Like they can make the Sky really really good. Because I feel like Rakia, if somebody also Rakia stature, if you get somewhere, get yourself in a position where Rakia is averaging 15 to 20 points a game, like that also make them really really good, and they should win a lot of games if you getting that kind of production. Azrae gonna be Azrae, Skylar gonna be Skylar, but it's gonna come down to either Rakia or Camilla taking that leap, for them to be really really good. Dallas, if they can work out the dynamics between Enrique and Paige, I think they can potentially be a really really good team. And if Ezzy Foot can come in and be like a great impact on their team, I think Dallas would be pretty scary too. But as of right now, with no games being played and the roster is not completely official, this is what I got right now on my tiers list. Feel free to drop y'all tier list in the comments. Let me know what y'all think of mine. Once again, this is all opinion based. This ain't the end all be all. With a whole season of uncertainty coming, it ain't no telling what this list gonna look like. But yeah, the next video I probably do is the top 25 players. It's probably gonna take me a little minute to get that one out, but I try to get it out as soon as I can. Other than that, appreciate y'all support. Anybody that's new to the YouTube page, drop a sub on me. If y'all make content, YouTube content, TikTok, drop your name in the comments. I'll follow y'all back, sub back, and all that. Cause I'm trying to really help, trying to help grow the game in the social space. Cause I feel like it needs that, with it being so much. I feel like it's just so much negative media being put out on, especially on social media. The WNBA basketball, it just look at us as a thing it's just a new trendy thing to laugh at or cause some drama or say something negative about. I feel like it need to be people that like me, to bring some positivity to the game and just really just talk about the sport itself. You can be critical, but it's sometimes people take it too far and go over the top with it and get emotional about it, and I don't feel like that's gonna help. That's gonna help the situation that much. But yeah, I'm looking forward to do some game recaps, and I wanna create a segment where I do like a player of the week or highlight somebody that played really really good that week or something like that. I might call them Sly Fox of the week or something like that. I don't know. I'm still thinking. I got ideas going. So but yeah, that's all I got. Like I said, drop y'all comments in there, share the video. I'm gonna tweet it out. Y'all circulate it, retweet it, all that, repost, put it in your Discords, whatever. I want as many eyes on this video as possible, get as much feedback as I can, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Have a good rest of y'all day.